Hello friends, it's Tehla Jane here, and this video is for all of the crystal lovers out there. I have been thinking about making a video about this topic for a while because I'm reminded every time I wake up that I need to share some of the ways that I would recommend connecting in with your crystals and benefiting from your crystals through the practice of sleeping with them. Now, I know this sounds, might sound a little odd for those of you who haven't actually held a crystal or slept with a crystal before, but it is such an incredible way to connect in with a new crystal or to benefit from the powerful properties of certain types of crystals for certain areas of our body. And one of the benefits of activating or engaging or connecting with a crystal while you're sleeping is that your subconscious mind is so much more open and prepared for the medicine that the crystal may need to share with you. So, as an example, and I mean, not all crystals can be slept with. I mean, behind me, at least enormous selenite behind me, I would never, carry that to bed and try to hold it or cuddle it like a teddy. Like I'd get little shards of selenite all in my skin and body and everything. So not all crystals can be slept with, but tumbles like this one. This is actually white howlite. So this is a perfect example of a type of crystal that you may want to either hold or place in your body as you're going to sleep. This is white howlite, and it's a relatively new crystal to me. The first night that I got it, and this is after I cleansed it, so I'd already cleansed it with a crystal bowl. Also behind me, I've got a couple of crystal bowls. The sound of the bowl can instantly cleanse a crystal, as can a burst of sunlight, or even like a few drops of rain as well, if you pop it out in the rain. So there's many ways of cleansing, and this is not what this video is about, but it's important to know that the crystals that you do take to bed with you do need to be cleansed before you actually take them to bed. So this white howlite, the way that I was connecting in with this one was and you need to be intuitive as well. So just allow your intuition to guide you. Like if you hold it, sometimes like my crystals always want me to hold them in my right hand for some reason. So but there's no right or wrong. Like if you feel like the left hand is better, or you might just want to pop it under your pillow. The white howlite for me, because I do a lot of reading as well, so I read before I go to sleep. And as I'm reading, it just sort of was encouraging me to like put the crystal at my throat chakra. And I've got Hashimoto's, so my throat is and my thyroid is always quite inflamed. So it's always in need of a little bit of a wind down at bedtime anyway. So with this white howlite, I was going to sleep. Before bed, I was reading and just placing it, on my throat chakra. And then my whole neck and jaw area was experiencing a lot of relaxation. And I instantly felt that a lot of the tension I was holding in my jaw was also like melting away. So this particular white howlite has just been a really great addition to my sleep patterns because it's instantly calmed my whole upper body down before I've gone to sleep. And then it's just found its way into my right hand. And sometimes I'll find that I was waking up and I was still holding it. Sometimes it was under the pillow without me even realizing. Sometimes it just found its way to other parts of my body. it would just fall, and then it might be down at my knee or my foot, or at my hip, or it might even be over the other side of the bed with my husband. He sometimes, without realizing it, will sort of pick up the crystal if it's laying there. So yeah, great way of connecting in with crystals, particularly the tumbles. I have a rose quartz here as well that this is also an ideal size and shape and texture. So it's also been polished. Rose quartz is extremely good for going to sleep. It is very soothing, so it's a very soothing crystal, and just merely by holding it, it's that center of love that can actually help to soothe you into a peaceful night's sleep. The rose quartz I would also place at my heart chakra. So rose quartz is particularly great for heart opening. And so when I'm lying on my back before bed, I might just place it on my heart chakra for a few minutes, and then it might either just fall off or, again, find its way into my right hand. You'll find that the crystal itself will indicate to you how it wants you to hold it. If you're uncomfortable with holding something, or it just seems a bit too hard, just place it underneath your pillow, because the benefits can also be received from wherever the crystal is in your bed. It doesn't have to be in your hand or on your body. I get asked this question a lot, like what should I do with a new crystal when I get it? How can I connect in with it? How am I going to know what it wants? And first thing is always that I would say is don't overthink it. But placing it on your bedside is a great starting point. And then I guess that's how I've come to sleep with my crystals, because they've been on my bedside, and then I've been holding them before bed and fallen asleep with them. And then I've realized that I have formed such a deeper connection with the crystal before aside from what I would have connected, it was just at a much greater speed than I would have connected with it otherwise. So other crystals, which I don't know whether I would recommend this one so much, but this is citrine and this is raw. This crystal holds a lot of symbolism for me, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, one of the first videos I ever did about crystals actually featured this crystal in it, because I had just lost my dog Dexter, and a few days after he died, I found this citrine in a crystal shop, and I instantly burst into tears, because I just knew it was Dexter. I knew that I knew it was Dexter calling to me. So I have had this crystal now for around 5 years, and sometimes when I really am missing him, I do find myself holding it before bed. I can go months without even looking at this crystal or doing anything with it. But at certain times in my life, I will find myself reaching out for this crystal, and I do. It's for comfort. It's like when I'm sort of, I guess, I'm missing Dexter. He was a very big part of my life, and he was like a guardian angel to me. He was a shadow. He was always by my side. He was always at my feet. And after he died, I came to realize that he'd had a bigger part on my spiritual pathway as well. So every big decision that I make, I find myself reaching for my Dexter crystal. It is slightly sharp. So see, the point here is quite sharp. I wouldn't recommend necessarily going to sleep with a raw cut crystal. like this one. But sometimes for emotional support, yeah, I will find myself holding it and sleeping with it and putting it under my pillow. I receive a great deal of calm and a very, very good peaceful night's sleep with this citrine underneath my pillow. I recently thought I'd lost it, and it showed up again for me when we've just sold our house, and I actually have boxes everywhere, so I don't know how there's not a box behind me here, but this is the last area that I'm packing down because I need my altar. So we're selling our house, and the day that we agreed on a price and the negotiations and everything, I just found myself suddenly needing Dexter, needing my crystal, and I found it, and I just held it, and I just felt all the emotions and carried around with me for about a week after we exchanged. Like literally had to have it everywhere with me. So I would only use a crystal like this when I'm going to bed if it holds significant emotional or spiritual connection for me. Last night I slept with this gorgeous Aragonite. So Aragonite I always associate with petrified wood, with the petrified wood family, that really earthy, ancient, deep knowing connection with the world. I think about nature. I think about the old wise trees. I think about creeks in running water. And Aragonite it gives me the most powerful dreams. I once dreamt, and sometimes it can be a bit unsettling to sleep. So Aragonite, I would suggest not sleeping with regularly, like on a regular basis. I would suggest sleeping with Aragonite if you are interested in connecting with a loved one that's passed, or an ancestor that may have passed for you a while ago, or indeed our ancient ancestors, and the thread that binds us to them can be discovered through the powerful medicine of Aragonite. So if you are seeking questions around, who you are and where you're from and what your bigger family life story is about, then take some Aragonite to bed because it's super powerful. And I have not actually slept with this Aragonite for a long, long time. I think I've only done it once before. And this morning I realized when I woke up that that it's actually, today is the 5th anniversary of my pop's passing, and I'm very, very close with my pop. He died at the same time as Dexter, actually, so I know that they're together. But I also am very, very still very very connected and very guided by my pop. So the fact that I slept with the Aragonite last night is certainly his doing, I believe. So we can learn a lot with the crystals that we sleep with. I guess I need to also mention a word of warning. I've slept with crystals on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of occasions over the years. So this has probably happened to me twice before, where I have slept with a crystal and I haven't really had a wonderful experience with it. I did once sleep with lodolite crystal, a small lodolite tumble. And it took me, I felt like I was having a lot of out of body experiences with that. It wasn't soothing to me. It may not be the case for you if you are deeply connected with the lodolite. Our experiences can be different with different crystals, but if you're finding that I actually had a horrible nightmare, and I ended up I ended up throwing it across the room because I needed it to be out of my energy field, because I needed it. It was that strong. It was too much for bed. I have plans to reunite back with that lodolite because I still have it, because I know it has something to teach me. But I have plans to do some meditations during daylight hours with that crystal, because it was very it was yeah it was quite it was yeah it was a very, very out of this world kind of experience for me. So yeah, that's probably the only like bad experience I've had, and I'm yet to actually believe whether it was bad or not. I think there's a lesson that I just haven't yet fully been able to comprehend from that crystal. But certainly crystals like rose quartz, if you find yourself in purchasing a rose quartz, or find yourself in the company of a rose quartz tumble, beautiful, beautiful crystal to sleep with. Another beautiful crystal is amethyst. Amethyst is great, and also for kids, it's really, really good as well. The white howlite, certainly for the upper body, very, very soothing. Doesn't have to be certain size. I would say you probably wouldn't want to go much bigger than this size tumble. So if you can see in the palm of my hand, it sort of just fits quite nicely, and that way you can this way you can hold it as well. You can hold it, it fits really nicely into the palm of your hand, which is what you want. These ones are a little bit bigger. So I would suggest, if you hold them, but put them under your pillow, or you can even put them, if you have space, you can actually put crystals under your bed as well. So a nice, if your crystal is too big to hold, or too sharp to hold, you can actually place it under your bed, and then it will actually still be within your energy field, and will also still offer those benefits, as putting it on your bedside table will as well. But yeah, that's just a few of my examples, I guess, of crystals that I have connected with very deeply through the practice of sleep. So I would encourage you to give it a go, and let me know how you go. Reach out with any questions. I think the reason why I did this video was because I realized I come to feel that, because I'm doing it, well, it's a common practice and everyone must do it. But I'm realizing that it's actually something that that's a beautiful practice that I engage in really regularly, that I feel like I should share in case you don't know about it. So let me know how you go, and sending all my love and best wishes with your connections with your own crystals. Bye.